Thank you. 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 Today is Monday, November 8th, 2021. We are live at the Bridges in Rancho Santa Fe for the 4th annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic right outside of San Diego, California. Coming up next on Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network, we will hear from Anthony Anderson about this golf tournament, what it means for his foundation, and also this being the final season of Blackish on ABC. A Sirius XM radio host, Joe Madison, and he is on a hunger strike. Dick Gregory, his mentor. Wonder how he feels about that in heaven, because he's going to be on this hunger strike until the For the People Act and John Lewis Act are passed. Also on today's show, a Missouri prosecutor's investigation reveals a black man convicted of a triple homicide 43 years ago is innocent because he wasn't even at the scene. He is still behind bars. Also on today's show, day 2 of the trial of the 3 white men on trial for killing Ahmaud Arbery. We'll give the latest in that case as well. Also, we'll talk with the managing director for K-12 education policy for the Center for American Progress on how the right are weaponizing education against Democrats. And again, lots of interviews from folks here. Some great stuff we shot earlier as well, folks. It is always fun when we're here at the Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic, and we're here exclusively, only Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. It's time to bring the funk. Let's go.
He's got it. Whatever the biz, he's on it. Whatever it is, he's got the scoop, the fact, the find. And when it breaks, he's right on time and it's rolling. Best believe he's knowing. Putting it down from sports to news to politics. With entertainment just for kicks, he's rolling. It's on go, roll, roll, y'all. It's Roland Martin, yeah. Rolling with Roland now. He's funk, he's fresh, he's real, the best, you know he's Roland Martin now.
Folks, we're live at the Bridges in Rancho Santa Fe, California, just outside of San Diego. This is the 4th annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. It literally just ended about 20 minutes ago. Now it's time for the award ceremony, for the after party as well. It's always a great time being here for Anthony Anderson and his golf tournament. So we're the only folks broadcasting live from him. So we certainly appreciate him allowing us to do this, and glad to be here. In a moment, we'll talk with Anthony about this tournament, who it benefits, but also the final season of Blackish. And so, folks, we've got some also great stuff that we shot for you, some amazing video of us always kidding around, joking around. So can't wait to show you that. But first up, voting rights is always a fundamental issue for African Americans. Democracy is at stake. Freedom is at stake. And Joe Madison, longtime radio talk show host in the Broadcasting Radio Hall of Fame, he has launched a hunger strike. Said he is going to be on that hunger strike until Congress passes the For the People Act and the John Lewis Act. He joins us live right now. Joe, glad to have you on the show. So, why'd you decide to do this? When did you decide to do it, and why now?
Well, I decided, I'll be honest with you, I decided when Biden was at his town hall meeting and a young lady asked him about using the filibuster to at least get the John Lewis bill passed or to get the Freedom to Vote Act passed. And he said, well, he waffled and he had to, well, I got to get this infrastructure bill through. And then I started thinking about the first Reconstruction, the compromise, and I don't want to get too deep into the history, but you know it, Roland, 1877, the compromise, and once they compromised and Rutherford became president by one vote in Congress, the first thing they went after was the vote, was the franchise. It was the upstart of the Ku Klux Klan, terrorism. And for 60, 70, 80 plus years, the impact was devastating. So here we are, 21st century, and I'm going, whoa, wait a minute. None of this gets started. Biden wouldn't be in office if it wasn't for the black vote. This does not make sense. Why are we on the back burner? And I realized one of the problems was that there's no tension. Martin Luther King Jr. Roland used to talk about creative tension. You remember when the story when he, after the '64 Civil Rights Bill, he said we got to have a voting rights bill. '65, he said, well, make me do it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Look, they have three options, and everybody keeps trying to suggest in the Senate, well, these options won't work. The first option would be to blow a hole in the filibuster. I mean, the filibuster has been used to suppress our vote and our civil rights from the very beginning. And it's not a law, it's a rule in the Senate. You blew a hole in it for the Supreme Court Justice, you blow a hole in it when it comes to the budget of the United States, or damn it, blow a hole in it for our right to vote. The second thing, the Congressional Black Caucus, Roland, even said asked Schumer to do what? Reconvene, and come back with a vote again. And then there is the Freedom to Vote Act, which, by the way, could help do what the John Lewis bill would do. Now you've got three options, and then all of a sudden we're hearing, well, you can't do that. And I'm telling Biden, I'm telling Congress, look, if you don't do this, then you're going to have a rough go of it in midterm, and you're certainly going to have a rough go of it when it comes to re-election. And then I got to be honest with you. You know, Dick Gregory and I were very close. And I started channeling Dick. And I said, what would Dick Gregory do? And, I talked to his son, Christian Gregory, and he said, you know what he would do, Joe. And he would go on a hunger strike, and he would draw attention. And that's exactly what it is. I would just say to you, Roland, 50 years from now, I don't want my grandchildren and great-grandchildren to have to deal with voter suppression. There are, 400 pending bills in 49 states to suppress our vote. 400 bills waiting right now in 49 states. So what we would end up with, it would be what we would call the end of the second Reconstruction. And so, people say, well, what's going to happen to you, your health? It's not about what's going to happen to me. It's what's going to happen to our grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And then I'm going to tell you, man, the one person, I don't even know how he can sleep at night and look himself in the mirror, is the congressman from South Carolina. How that brother, and I say that loosely, how that brother,
you mean Senator Tim Scott, the senator?
The senator. Yes, Senator Tim Scott. Man, South Carolina had almost more blacks in the state legislature than any other state, and had sent members to Congress. His forefathers must be rolling over in their grave. So, a hunger strike is a protest. The women used it in the suffrage movement in the United Kingdom. They used it here in the United States. And to me, it's not only a political protest, but it's moral. And that's why those are all the reasons that I decided to do this. And you know me for many years, Roland. I'm very serious about this, and I think we all better be serious, because this is not business as usual.
Joe, you're absolutely right. And here's the deal. All the White House kept telling us is, look, the infrastructure bill is important. Guess what? It's now passed. They're dealing with reconciliation. But the reality is this here. They better realize Terry McAuliffe lost by 72,000 votes in Virginia. We know what they're already doing in Texas, in Georgia, in Florida, those places along those lines. if they don't move on this, they can guarantee they're not going to win the House. They're not going to win the Senate. And then you're talking about folks who are representing a minority of Americans who are the ones who are totally in control.
And let me make it this very clear to them. And I always say this is constructive criticism. I go back to the days of Lyndon Johnson after the Civil Rights Bill was passed in 1964. Martin King Jr. showed up and said, we need a 65 Voting Rights Act because millions of black folk, particularly in the South, can't vote. And what did LBJ say to him? Make me do it. And that's exactly what we all have to do about. Now, everybody may not do a hunger strike, but damn it, we can do something. Everybody can do something, and we've got to have more than moments. Professor Ron Walters once was asked what was the difference between a moment and a movement, and it was sacrifice. A movement requires sacrifice, and that's what this is all about, and that's what Dick was about, and so I mean his spirit just kept talking to me, and I realized that there's got to be tension, there's got to be creative tension with Biden, President Biden, and with the Senate. So look, Congressional Black Caucus said, look, reconvene them. And try it again. They've had 5 votes, and they can't protect and stop the suppression of particularly African Americans. And then I said, well, you can blow up the filibuster. I mean, and then that would certainly give you, well, I'll lose this Democrat or I'll lose that Democrat. Well, if those Democrats want to go down in history as being on the side of Dixiecrats in the late 1800s, then that's how history is going to look at them. But I'm not going to sit back here and have my children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, look at me and say, "Well, what did you do about it?" I'm worried. I'm concerned. But I tell you, and I'm going to say this to the Democrats, that they better understand, they can't win a national office without us. They can't win without us. That is a fact. They cannot win without us. So you damn well better do what John Lewis said. And I was thinking about the last words of John Lewis. He said, I urge all of you to answer the highest callings of your heart and stand up for what you truly believe. And that's what I'm doing.
Joe Madison, Sirius XM radio host, Morning Drive. Man, I certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And good luck with the hunger strike. And we're going to keep the pressure going on our end as well.
I know you will, Roland. And I just love you and appreciate your support all these years. And, man, thank you for doing. And, they ought to show up on your show and talk and explain themselves. They need to show up on all our shows. I mean, really, show up on all our shows. And you can show up on CNN. That's right. and all these other. Show up on our shows and explain yourself. That's what has to be done. Well, so I love you, Roland.
It's been more than a year. I've been trying to get Speaker Nancy Pelosi on, absolutely. And so we're going to hit the White House every single day, getting them to understand they got to answer to this, and we're not going to be silent until they do.
Get rid of that filibuster.
All right, sir.
Go ahead and take the vote. Take the vote.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Love you, Joe. Take care. Tell the wife I said hello. Folks, let's go to our panel. Joining us right now is Makongo Dibinga, professorial lecturer, who joins us right now. Also, we have, of course, Dr. Julian Malveaux, who joins us as well. And we have Pastor Lee May, Transforming Faith Church, former CEO, as well. So glad to have all 3 of you here. Julian, I want to start with you. It's pressure. That's the only thing they're going to know. And this is where folks got to be in Biden's face, in Harris's face, every single day. They are going, again, we have not had one time where President Joe Biden has called Democratic senators who do not want to end the filibuster to the White House to appeal to them directly. Hasn't happened.
President Biden has wussed on his promises to Black America. He said he had our back. Our back requires our vote. He has not put himself out there for the vote. And so, yes, he has to be pressured. The Congressional Black Caucus actually stepped in to make it possible for this infrastructure bill to pass. So how come they can't step up now to make sure we get our vote? When you look around the country, what you're seeing is many ways that the Black vote is being suppressed, is being taken. And I love Joe Madison. I appreciate him so much. The hunger strike, I pray that he does not have to go hungry too long. But I know that the president has dropped the ball, and the vice president, and we all love her. We love our sister. But come on, sister, step the you-know-what up. It really is, Roland, as you know, it's galling that we were the margin of victory for the president, and he has not been the margin of power for us.
The thing here, Lee, you understand, being an official, that politics is about counting votes. And the reality is the only way these bills get passed if Democrats actually end the filibuster. That is the only way. And the president simply has not done enough. He has not leaned on the Democratic holdouts enough. I don't recall a specific meeting where he brought them to the White House. Haven't seen it. He has to be far more vocal. Here's the deal. You got your $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. It's there. Now what?
Absolutely, man. You know, the president, love him to life, right? I'm a pastor, gotta love everybody, but his words have been much bigger than his actions. You know, we used to say when I was a kid, he was talking about it, but he's not being about it. He's not really doing what he's saying is really important. And the reality is, you know, look, I'm here in Georgia. We are the tip of the iceberg in terms of voter suppression. And why did that happen? Because back in January and back in November, we changed the landscape of this nation because our people, we came out to vote in record numbers. We came out to vote to determine what the United States Senate looks like. We elected a Black man and a Jewish man to the United States Senate. And before that, in November, we elected President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, and we've done what we're supposed to do. But now our state legislature, like so many other legislatures around this country, came back with these suppressive laws to prevent people from voting. So we need federal resolve. We need the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act to pass, and we can't let a rule that is established in racism and historical suppression of Black people, we can't let this rule stop us. And let me say this one last thing. You know, when we start having these conversations about you know, an infrastructure bill and budget reconciliation and debt ceiling, and we put that in the same breath as voting rights, y'all, they've completely missed the ball. You know, we're not talking about policy. We're not talking about a sociological or political ideology. We're talking about the fundamental foundation of this country. And if we can't protect everyone's right to vote, free and unfettered, y'all, then they have really missed the boat, and they just look at us as a political pawn, and we need to speak up about this.
Congo.
Bro, first of all, I gotta say that I commend Dr. Joe Madison for what he's doing, and when he's talking about this moment versus movement being sacrificed, look, we can all give the respect for what he's doing, but we have to join him. Like he said, everybody can do something, and we're all not gonna do a hunger fast, but he is committing to a daily action. And so all of us need to recommit right now. Maybe we're saying, I'm going to be the guy that tweets out every day. I'm going to be the person that calls the senators and the Congress people every day. I'm going to be the one to put these the pressure on these corporations who tweeted out things like Black Lives Matter and we support voting rights, and then turned their backs and wrote big checks the week after, the month after, to these Republicans. Maybe we're going to be the ones to use journalistic skills we got to call that stuff out. We have to do this. Roland, people don't understand history like you and Dr. Madison and Dr. Malveaux and Pastor Tom here. They don't understand, right? They don't understand that this is happening again. And so too many of us are walking around like, oh, everything is going to be okay because we think the rights that we have are going to be permanent. But if we don't fight for it, we're going to lose it. And so President Biden, Vice President Harris, you got to know that we are going to be coming harder than we've already been coming, because you haven't been listening. And so now we're going to take it to the next level. Dr. Madison's leading us. And that other point about coming on these shows, your show, his show, to speak, this is key, man. The messaging is terrible. With Trump and everybody, Hannity and Trump, they're like this. He can just call them up every single day. Yeah. Where's the network where you can come and talk about what you're doing? If you're not going to talk about it with us, then you're not doing it. So we're going to make you get out there and make sure that you do it, because without this, there's nothing.
Mm. Absolutely. All right, folks, hold tight 1 second. I got to go to a break. We come back. We're also going to talk about the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. A lot of stuff that's in it. Folks don't know what's in it. We're going to discuss that. And also we're going to talk about what do Democrats need to do to actually get that messaging down to the public, especially with President Joe Biden's approval numbers going much lower. Plus, we'll be talking to Anthony Anderson here at the 4th Annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic here in San Diego. You're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. Back in a moment.
Betty is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now, she's free to become Bear Hug Betty. Settle in, kids. You'll be there a while. Ooh, where you going?
Time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
What was your salary last year?
About $18 million.
It pays to be a member of Joe Manchin's family.
Follow the money.
Joe Manchin has represented West Virginia for 40 years. Delegate, state senator, secretary of state, governor, U.S. senator. 40 years, and West Virginia is still the second poorest state in the country. Economy. West Virginia ranks 48 out of 50 states.
Thank you, Joe Manchin.
Healthcare. 47 out of 50 states.
Thank you, Joe Manchin.
Education, 45 out of 50 states.
Thank you, Joe Manchin.
Infrastructure, wait for it, 50 out of 50 states. Manchin has an estimated net worth of $8 million,
Follow the money.
while the average annual income of West Virginia is just $26,000. Manchin receives a taxpayer-paid salary as a U.S. Senator of $184,500. So he didn't get his $8 million there.
Nice, yeah, Joe.
So where does all the money come from? Manchin receives $491,000 annually from his son's coal brokerage company, EnerSystems. His wife, Gail Manchin, received $613,000 from EnerSystems. That's $1.1 million to Manchin and his wife from his family's energy company. Manchin makes 5 times more from his family's energy company than he does as a U.S. Senator. Joe Manchin has blocked President Biden's infrastructure plan from moving forward because he wants to kill legislation to replace coal-fired plants with clean energy. Manchin is selling out his own country to protect big coal and big oil who own him.
Joe Manchin, I talk to his office every week. He is the kingmaker, and he's not shy about sort of staking his claim early.
The chairman of the committee that regulates coal shouldn't be a part owner of a coal company.
This is Heather Manchin, Joe Manchin's daughter. After lying about having an MBA, she was named CEO of Mylan Industries. She artificially jacked up the price of EpiPens by 461% and was awarded with a 671% salary increase. West Virginia is poor, poorly educated, and broken, but Joe Manchin and his entire family have become multimillionaires.
West Virginia, abused and suckered for 40 years by Joe Manchin.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, there's a difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared. You dig? Hey folks, welcome back to San Diego. We are here at the 4th annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic at the Bridges. Anthony is speaking right now. We should be able to get a shot of the stage if we can. You can actually hear him in the back, and so he's there addressing the folks upstairs. And let's see if we can go to the stage.
So let's get started here. I'd like to shout out somebody last night. I gave him thanks for being a sponsor. He wasn't here last night, but he's here. Otto, are you here? Ladies, give Otto Malley a round of applause for being one of my sponsors here tonight. We just met not too long ago, and everything that I've ever been a part of, he's come on board and treated me like more than a friend. He's treated me like family. So Otto, thank you very much for your contribution to my foundation, but thank you for being a friend in my life and your contribution to my life, Otto. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, brother. I love you. Yes, I said Otto. And if you guys have been into LA and saw the Rams play in SoFi Stadium, that's all because of Otto Malley and his friend and his partner, Stan Kroenke. So give it up for them. Oh, Otto, and hey, Otto, that yacht, your yacht that you gave last night in the auction, sold for top dollar, baby. Thank you. And we told them that you said that they could use all 4 bedrooms on the yacht. That's how we sold it. Oh, and we sold it because we also told them that you were given a case of your personal wine, Screaming Eagle. So they didn't give a damn about the yacht. They just wanted the 4 bedrooms and the wine. So Otto, thank you for that. Are we going straight into the winners of the tournament, or are we going to best dress, worst dress? What are we going to do? Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to flip this. We're going to give you the list of the winners of our tournament later. But we are going to start with the best dress. Best dressed golfers today for a woman, Debbie Dunning. Debbie Dunning, please come to the stage. Best dressed woman. Best dressed man, my man, Troy Muyong. Come on up to the stage, Troy. Come on up here, Trouble T. Roy, you and Debbie Dunning, and get your gifts for best dress. I don't know how they put me on the worst dress list when I have Gucci flip-flops that match my golf outfit. All right, come to the stage, guys. Come up to the stairs right here. I guess we have something. It's a little slippery. Whoever's going to walk up here, please be careful walking on the dance floor. It's slippery. Debbie, congratulations. Thank you. There you go. All right. Oh, come on, let's take this picture. So moving right ahead from best dressed golfer, we're going to worst dressed golfer. Worst dressed golfer for a female, Seema Senapur. I just read the names, I didn't pick it. Seema, come on up here and get your prize. Worst dress for a female, Seema. Worst dress for a male, Roland Martin. Please come on up here and win your award, Roland. 10 years in a row? Wow. Roland Martin, please come up and receive your award for worst dressed golfer. Seema, you won worst dressed, Seema. Please come up here next to Roland and stand and win your booby prize. Be careful walking on it. Well, you look like an orderly out of a Fat Boys movie, Roland. Disorderlies. Come around here to the stairs. I love your color coordination, though, Roland. I do. You got to give it up. Everybody ain't able. But when they dress like you, they look like they're disabled. Please come over here. Come over here. All right, let's take a picture. The ice cream man is coming! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our worst dressed golfers, Seema and Roland. Seema and Roland. Moving from worst dressed golfer to the worst scoring team of the tournament. That team is the team of Jim Wilkes, George Lopez, Steve Monroe, Jerome Phillips, and Willie Jerome. Only 2 of these 5 names I called are actually here today. Willie Jerome and Willie Phillips, are you even in the building right now? Yes. The best dressed male was Troy Muyong. He came up. Dano, stop drinking. All right. All right, well, that's it. Worst scoring team. They're not coming up. They're the worst scoring team. I think they quit halfway through the tournament. All right. You should have played that when I said Roland Martin. Yeah. Somebody's. No, I'm not going to say that out loud. With the third place, I have my glasses on. With a team score of 53. 53, our third place team for the 4th annual Anderson Family Foundation goes to. I do need help. I see one. David Justice, John Andrews, Chris Reed, William Collins, and Rick Frazier, third place. Third place. And I will tell you this right now. If none of your team members are here, you're disqualified, and whoever is this next best tournament wins your prize. All of them got a show? You're missing Dave Justice. I'm sorry, you guys. Come on up. We can shake, brother. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
You gave him the card.
No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice, no prize! Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. All right, second place with a score of 51.
All right, folks. So they are continuing to hand out. First of all, y'all know doggone well Anthony Anderson is a straight up hater. So he's really upset that he's really upset in terms of how I was looking fly. Antoine, put that camera over here. Let me show y'all something. See, here's what they mad about, y'all. So what they mad about that. This is how, of course, the show colors. They mad I got the white, and they mad about these shoes. See, that's what they mad about. Antoine, focus, man. That's what they mad about. They mad about that. See, that's what they can't stand. All right, so come back. I'm gonna show y'all something else. This is what they mad about. So I'm gonna show y'all this here. Bring my golf back. Here, zoom that out. I'm gonna show y'all what they mad about. See, when they haters, see, this is what they mad about, y'all. See, they mad that I also had the Roland Martin unfiltered golf bag right here. Y'all see this here? That's why they also upset. Then they mad because Anthony mad because he don't have this here. He ain't got his name on it or his picture on it. You see this here? See, he mad. This is why he upset. He mad because it don't look like this here. That's why they hating. But it's all good. That's how we do it. So it's all right. See, Lee, Omakongo, Julian, they can't handle that level of coordination. See, they don't like that level of branding. See, I ain't wearing nothing that say Anthony Anderson on it. But I'm going to wear something. It's going to say Roland Martin Unfiltered, damn it. We going to have our own brand going on.
Right.
Y'all, I can't hear the panel.
Because of I think he's also mad, too, because y'all had the exercise challenge going, and he had the whole fake sweat thing that he said he was losing last year and everything. So I think it's just consistent, man. He's going to keep coming at you. He can't deal with your greatness.
all that water weight. He talking act like it was real weight.
You are definitely well coordinated today. I love it. I don't know how they could make you worse dressed. Like they ain't nothing but hate.
They hate us. Julian, they hate us. First of all, SEMA is always fly on the golf course. And so that's what you got. You got jealous people. They jealous. They just, I mean, that's what happened when you from Compton, like Anthony is. They just jealous. It's all good. It's all good. So it's all
Southern California. Just refer him to the pastor.
No. I didn't diss Southern California. I did Anthony. That's what I did there. All right, y'all. We're gonna talk to that fool in a minute. Let's talk about this here. Of course, Democrats were rejoicing when they were able to pass the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill that's going to be used for a variety of purposes, including the electrical grid, including pipes, roads and bridges and ports, broadband, those things as well. But Lee, this is the thing that it's one thing to pass something. It's another thing to sell it. And here's what I don't understand. Today is Monday. Why in the hell isn't Biden and Harris on the road selling this? Let me tell you what they should do. Every single project that is funded by this should be a big ass sign paid for by President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris. Smart mayors do that. They put their name on everything that is being built in a city. That's what they better do. Don't make the same mistake President Obama did when he had the stimulus bill and all these Republicans who voted against it lined up like money, asking for the money, and then not taking credit for your own success. Because trust me, Trump and the Republicans would have been taking mad credit had they done an infrastructure bill, which we know they never did for 4 years.
Absolutely. You know, I used to, in my previous life, I was a local elected official. I was a county commissioner, and we call in DeKalb County CEO. That's like the mayor of a city. And we handled local projects. Man, I will go around the country with signs talking about, this is your pothole today. Tomorrow it will be filled because of this infrastructure bill. Everybody understands potholes. Everybody understands roads that need to be repaved. They understand the need to get off the street to be able to get on public transit. And everybody understands bridges that you go over that are dilapidated. Man, our nation, unfortunately, for literally 2 generations has underfunded our infrastructure needs, and they just did something big, and ain't nobody talking about it. They letting these Republicans talk about critical race theory and all of this stuff that don't have anything to do with everybody's day-to-day life, and they should be on the road telling their story about what this is going to do. And every time there's a bridge fix, every time there's a pothole filled, they should have a representative out there, you know, telling people this is because of this legislation. Elections have consequences, and when you elect the right people with the right policies, these are things that should happen. But I'm saying that to say this is a good bill and all of that, but I hate to go back to the voting legislation. But even as good as this bill is, y'all, I'm sorry, as a black man, as a person that is represented by people of color and all of that, man, you know, this is good, but man, this doesn't mean a hill of beans if we don't deal with voting rights and equal access and unfettered access and removal of these voter suppression laws through the resolution through federal legislation. But yeah, man, they just it's as if they don't know how to talk, and they're letting their opponents, their political enemies, win the day in terms of their messaging, and it's unfortunate.
I'm going to bring in Clea Harris. She's the managing director for K-12 education policy for the Center for American Progress into this conversation as well, because we've seen the same thing. All of these people who voted in Virginia for, who didn't vote for Terry McAuliffe, who voted for Glenn Youngkin, talking about how education is their priority. And again, in the bills that have been passed, Republicans voted against education funding. Democrats passed it. You got to tell folk what you did in order for them to know.
Ashe, yes, you do. It is beyond me why, as you said, there aren't signs going up, fireworks, everything to let folk know that this infrastructure bill passed. One thing that wasn't in the infrastructure bill is money for repairing our dilapidated school buildings. And so when we talk about disinvestment over decades, there's been a lot of it. And instead of, what I will say about Virginia is that McAuliffe lost the race, not that Youngkin won it. people understand what was happening in terms of the fear mongering around CRT. Most people don't know what that is. And instead, we lose our leverage when we don't say, this is what we're about. These are the education policies we want to pass. Youngkin, tell us what you're going to do. Are you going to refuse money from the federal government that comes for free preschool for 3 and 4 year olds, right? Call him to the mat and ask him how he's going to implement actual education policy, because CRT itself is not a policy. Discussing racism is not in and of itself a policy. What are the policies that you're actually going to pass that ensure that every child of Virginia has access to a quality education? And as we move into the 2022 election cycle, if we don't seize the high ground and if we don't stop taking the bait, if someone asks, are you teaching CRT? Don't get into this back and forth on whether or not that's happening in K-12, because there are aspects of it that do show up in K-12. That's the wrong conversation. We need to be talking about what we will do for children, what our opponents will not do, like make sure that their school buildings aren't making them sick, don't have lead pipes, aren't falling down around them, have proper heating and cooling, have access to broadband. And those are the things that we have not been seizing the education discussion on. And, you know, it's on the minds of all people. It's on the mind of parents, certainly, of our students, of our educators who have really been having a tough year trying to come back and navigate this COVID space. So I don't understand why we aren't being more aggressive and more proactive, but we ought to, and we need to really quickly.
You know, the thing here, Omakongo, when we start breaking these things down about whether we're talking about the yelling and screaming of Republicans about critical race theory, again, it's not about education. Smart politicians know how to sell it. You use the bully pulpit to actually do it. If you're the White House, this is what you do. You decide to have education town halls. That's what you do. You have infrastructure town halls. You hit cities. You go to the red states where they broke as hell and say, this is what you do. You pinpoint every single district where the Republicans who voted against the bill and then say, I bet you they're going to be asking for money. See, you got to be as ruthless in calling them out as you are in, well, the people have figured out. That was Obama's problem. His whole deal was, well, people have figured out. No, they're not. You have to tell them what you did.
That's right. That's right. And absolutely. One of the things that really bothered me, particularly in Virginia, was that when you saw that ad going against Toni Morrison and Beloved, I'm like, where are the other teachers? Where are the other parents that McAuliffe is going to pull together to talk about how this education curriculum in terms of studying diversity and history is important for our kids? Like, they were so busy talking about Trump and they were so busy talking about so much stuff pie in the sky that they weren't pulling people together on the local level to actually talk about what's going right with education. And one of the things I'm concerned about is that these Democrats don't really have a strong grasp of the education system within itself. Why can't they talk about the importance of studying the civil rights movement, studying slavery, studying the Trail of Tears? Like, it's like they don't have a strong enough grasp on it. You saw when Yamiche Alcindor asked President Biden about critical race theory, and he completely diverted to talking about his infrastructure plan. And so I think that these Democrats, they need to do a little bit of studying themselves, because if not, all they're going to find themselves doing is being responding to what Republicans are saying. And as they say, when you start using the language that the other party is using, that other party is winning. And so Democrats have to seize this platform. They have to get on, like I said in the last segment, they have to get on shows like yours. Some of these guys, Harris and Biden and some of these other guys who won, we haven't seen them since they were campaigning on our shows. And some of them didn't even come here then. And so if they want to really get this messaging right, they got to learn some history themselves. They got to formulate their own language, and they got to get out there and, like you said, shout it from the mountaintops.
Julian, again, what we're talking about here is when you understand both parties. Republicans believe in bumper stickers, and they pound the message over and over and over again. You got to cut them off at the pass. And so it's also how you deploy your assets, who you're sending out there. That's what you do. You know, the White House offered a lot of people up talking about the Build Back Better plan, But now that it's passed, now selling it is a completely different messaging strategy than trying to get the bill passed.
Roland, first of all, Obakongo is absolutely right to talk about the ways that critical race theory has been manipulated into a slogan. It's a bumper sticker. It's not a treatise. It's not a dissertation. And the White House has been horribly inept in beating its own drum. This is why Biden's numbers are in the toilet, because basically what he's been doing the work, but he's not been bragging about it. He's been walking on this little tightrope. He doesn't want to tick, white folk off, but he should worry about them. He should worry about his base. He told us he had our back. Having our back does not mean kicking Toni Morrison's book under the bus. That's what it does not mean. This whole critical race theory conversation, sister who you had on from Center for American Progress, is absolutely, let's talk about the dilapidated schools. Let's talk about schools who are older than us, than anybody on this panel, and I think I'm the elder. Schools that are so old that they're falling apart. What are we doing about that? Let's talk about water. I mean, one of the things, Roland, that really disturbs me, we passed the infrastructure bill. The money is going to go to the states. Now, who is it going to go to in the states? The Washington Post had a piece today talking about water in Jackson, Mississippi. Well, the legislature in Jackson is Republican, and they're already saying they don't want to give that in Jackson in Mississippi. They're already saying they don't want to give any money to Jackson. So if Black folks don't see their front yards, which now reek of feces, if they don't see that cleaned up, in 2022, they're going to say, guess what, Biden? Guess what, Democrats? Get your hat. This is the problem. The Democrats don't tell their own story. The pastor is right. When certain Republicans, mayors do stuff, their name is all over the place. They will have a ribbon cutting for a sewer. And what the White House has done, or the house that enslaved people built, I don't like to call it the White House, but what it has done is hidden behind its victories, and that's going to be the downfall for the Democrats.
Khalil, I want to go back to this whole issue with critical race theory. This is the thing that I need people to understand. This is not about critical race theory. Again, Christopher Rufo and all these people, they said exactly what they wanted to do. Their goal was very simple. Anything dealing with race, equity, inclusion, DEI, anything. They have been wanting to get rid of slavery and other issues out of textbooks for a very long time. This is not about critical race theory. Critical race theory is the umbrella banner by which they're putting everything under. When you have these people who are going to school board meetings talking about my child brought this homework home, they cannot name the teacher, they cannot name the principal, they cannot name the school. And so we need to understand what this is. These are white people. They are playing on white fears. And that CNN story with those suburban, Virginia moms, same BS. They are appealing to the whiteness of these people. That's what we're seeing.
That's correct. And the fact of the matter is, what needs to be done is, when we think about the word parents, we can't allow that to be code word for white parents. So when they say, parents feel, you need to push back and say, which parents are you talking about? Because as was said already on the panel, there was not a rallying of Black and brown parents in Virginia saying this is what we want for our children. And furthermore, many of us are parents. And so we can't cede ground to a small group of loud voices by them saying, well, you don't want to listen to parent. Well, I have 3 daughters and I'm a parent. And I'm saying to you, this is what should be happening for not only my 3 children, but the children in my community who are also my children. So we cannot cede that point. We cannot allow parents to equal white people. We cannot allow CRT to only equal Black and brown people because critical race theory and culturally responsive education is about all children. And frankly, when you go into Appalachia with classrooms full of blonde hair, blue-eyed white children, and they don't have access to clean water and they don't have access to quality school buildings, absolutely The Dems need to be on the trail saying, do you want your school building to be brought into the 21st century? Do you deserve access for your children here in tribal country, here in Appalachia, here in other suburban communities, so that your children can be world-class citizens? And unfortunately, those are not the things that we're saying. But most of all, we cannot see that the term parent means white people, because we are parents collectively. And as a community, we know it takes village work. So when we're talking about policies, we need to ask people to be specific on what they're talking about. And we also need to say what we are going to do, not just what we're against. Frankly, again, McAuliffe lost that race. I will not see that Youngkin won the race. He won the election, but McAuliffe made some missteps that really isolated parents and said to parents, your voice is not valuable in this space. And that can't be the case either, right? You can't just say, you don't really know what you're talking about. And frankly, what we've seen around the country is that people know their neighbors. They know who they go to the grocery store with. They know who they sit in their church pews, mosques, synagogues. And they did not overwhelmingly, despite the money poured into school board elections, vote for people who are anti-CRT, vote for those loud voices willing to be disrespectful to teachers, disrespectful to school leaders, and to existing school board members. They did not vote them in on a wave because people know their neighbors. And so I agree, we need to push in more locally. But there does need to be a national campaign to sell what exactly are the Democrats about? What does education policy mean for you and your child? And what are we going to do to make sure that happens? And we need to weave and sew the needle around what that explicitly means for people of color. And if you're in Appalachia, you talk to those families. If you're in tribal country, you talk to Native Americans. If you're in Brooklyn, New York, or Baltimore, Maryland, you talk to Black families. If you're in El Paso, Texas, you talk to Latino families. You don't just make blanket statements and not explain to people how your policies are going to improve their lives immediately. And that must happen. Schools don't exist in isolation. Schools exist in an ecosystem. So when you have this infrastructure money coming in, you talk about transportation, you talk about affordable housing, you talk about access to new jobs and how that's going to make sure that their quality of life is one that they can believe in and that they can practice self-determination. If that doesn't happen, we can expect not only a 2022 wave, but we should be iffy about 2024.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Harris, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
All right, folks, I'm going to go to a break. And going to break, we had a little fun with Mike Phillips. Mike Phillips just got back from Los Cabos where he had a jazz event and a golf tournament. Well, let's just say Mike didn't invite all the brothers to it. So we're going to have a little fun with him. And so we're going to go to break playing this for y'all. We're at the 4th Annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic here in San Diego. You're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network. All I'm saying is, fuck Mike Phillips, fuck Keenan Jacob Lee. Oh, shit! Whoa! Because he ain't invited us. That's all I'm saying. You got to invite. Right. I can still listen. Ain't that yo. So, I'm just saying.
So, CC, just give me shit. Like, yo, how can we invite
Yeah.
How can we invite me?
Right. Hey, Flex, did you get invited to the Mike Phillips Los Cabos golf tournament?
We had a little conversation.
So you got an invite. So you didn't get an invite either.
And I know him longer than everybody here.
Now hold up. But when he tried to sell tickets to a show, can you tweet this? Can you post it? Can you send it out? Ain't that some bullshit, dog?
Because that's worth money.
Right. That's worth money. And hold up, do we charge him to put our followers?
Not at all, because of our kind hearts.
Our kind hearts. But that bitch ass didn't invite us. We got no invite, no text, no email, no pigeon. Oh, so you in the same conversation, huh?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Got it.
We good for next year.
We're good for next year.
Oh, yeah, we good for next year. Right.
We broke it all down.
I ain't posting shit for the next 364 days. Nothing.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
I only have eyes for
spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
It's something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
Once upon a time, there lived a princess with really long hair who was waiting for a prince to come save her. But really, who has time for that?
Let's go. Feeling myself. I'm feeling
She ordered herself a ladder with Prime one-day delivery, and she was out of there.
I want some hood girls looking back at it and a good girl in my tax bracket.
Now, her hairdressing empire is killing it. And the prince, well, who cares? Prime changes everything.
Hi, y'all doing? It's your favorite funny girl, Amanda Seals.
Hi, I'm Anthony Brown from Anthony Brown and Group Therapy.
What up, Lana Well, and you are watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Hey, folks, welcome back to the 4th annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. Glad to be here. It is just ending. Folks are moving on out, and so there have been lots of folks who have been here. A number of top athletes, other celebrities, Seth the Entertainer, Dr. J, Marcus Allen, Willie Gault, Vince Coleman, Otis Anderson, Jerome Bettis, Sterling Sharp. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And one of the folks here who is a true lover of golf and is all about getting black folks into the game is my next guest, Wendell Haskins. Wendell has worked in the game for quite so long, has the original Tee Golf Classic every single year. We have not had it because of COVID. The last couple of years, I played in it any number of times. He has some of the top up-and-coming young black golfers who have been in this. What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
I'm all good.
Good to see you, brother. Always good to be in your company.
Glad to have you here. This is, look, there's a bunch of brothers who have these type of golf tournaments.
That's right.
And it's sort of like our own mini circuit.
It is.
Where we see each other at all of these golf tournaments. And a lot of people, it's amazing people say, man, y'all trying to be bougie, brothers not playing golf. I keep telling people, it's not just entertainers or celebrities who play golf. It's brothers and sisters out there every single day who are playing at Cedar Crest in Dallas, who are playing at Gus Wortham in Houston, at Herman Park, who are playing at Teddy Rose golf course,
Rogers Park in Tampa. All over the
we go on and on and on in every city where you have brothers and sisters playing golf
for a long time. I mean, it goes back as far as you can think of how black folks have been playing this game, and it's good to see events like this and how we've grown and gone to every facet of the game. And these things, like you said, you're right. They're like reunions for us to see each other and fellowship and catch up with one another, talk business, exchange information with folks. And that's what black golf used to be back in the day. Places where you would get together and exchange information. They would have things where banquets and entertain one another and performances, and that's really where a lot of things happen for folks, in years past.
We have been, of course, busting these folks in the advertising business when it comes to supporting black-owned media. And you have been waging war against the golf industry about inclusion of black folks, too.
That's right. As executives, I've been a strong advocate for, people of color at the executive level in professional golf. I spent some time working at the PGA of America and, was quite vocal about what that experience was like. And, the entire industry needs to see more people of color incorporated into the boardrooms and at the executive level.
And with that, I mean, we're talking about billions of dollars. We're talking about, and they love us spending, not necessarily want to spend on us. And it's about also funding those up and coming brothers and sisters who are out here trying to get golf scholarships, who are trying to also go pro.
That's right. To go pro, HBCU golf is hugely important. As you know, we've seen a kind of a new interest, a newfound interest in supporting HBCU golf. See people like Phil Mickelson giving Jackson State $500,000, and obviously the program at Howard with Steph Curry being involved with the HBCU program there. I mean, it's really important that the industry comes together to support people who have the potential to play at the highest level.
Oh, absolutely. Also, real quick, tell folks about the golf show you put together.
Yes, so I have my golf show, The Club Life, which is on CBS Sports Network, and talk about advertising. We've talked about that as well because this is obviously a black-owned business, so to speak, on a major network. Yep. And once again, it's time for the industry to be able to step up and put some sponsorship and advertising dollars behind this and make the spin with Club Life on CBS Sports Network. So I'm, working on that very diligently every day. It's always an experience,
yep.
Going after sponsors and advertisers. And I always say, if the industry wants to see things like this be successful, here we are on a major network, brother, doing a show at a high level and bringing all of these folks on my show and potential tour players on the show. Yep. So it's time to support something like this.
All right. Wendell, always good to see you,
always, man.
Keep handling your business.
Oh,
All right. If folks want to reach out to where they go?
You can go to www.originalt.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a bunch.
Yep.
All right, folks. Got to go to the break. We come back. More Roland Martin Unfiltered. You know what, hold on, before I do this here, let me go ahead and set it up, y'all. Let me pull up my iPad. I just want y'all to see how gorgeous this course is. And so we're gonna go to break. I want y'all to see this drone shot here. As we go to break, again, we are here y'all go to the shot right now and take it. We are here in near San Diego, folks. The 4th annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. We have been having a fabulous time. Y'all, this course is amazing. This course is absolutely amazing. And so we had a great time. This is, of course, is called the Bridges course. Like I say, it is fabulous. And I just wanted y'all to see that. As the sun was setting out here, we had to give y'all that amazing drone shot right there. Yes, Anthony Anderson, that's the work of yours truly, Mr. Clean. You're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered right here on the Black Star Network. Coming up next, Anthony. Wish he was an Alpha Anderson.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
I only have eyes for you.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Hey, I'm Deion Cole from Blackish.
Hey everybody, this is your man Fred Hammond, and you're watching Roland Martin, my man, Unfiltered.
Welcome back, folks. Roland Martin Unfiltered here, the Black Star Network. Look, it is an absolutely gorgeous course. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous day here in San Diego, and certainly glad to see you. And this was shot a little bit earlier as they were getting all the tables and everything ready for the awards program here at the 4th Annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. And Anthony joins us himself right now. You see, this ain't TV One.
No.
See, this ain't.
No, I'm just not.
I mean, we do a little something.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold on, look, I'm in your shot now.
No. That is boom. We got you right there.
I'm in your shot. Okay.
No, we got more than one camera. Yeah, see you. So we
I was trying to get in your shot.
No. We can afford more than one camera.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you want to hold the microphone up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because it's the bi-directional microphone.
Okay.
Now they can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yeah, they can hear you now.
Cool. All right.
They can hear you now.
All right.
So what's going on? The folks who were on the chat, they were sitting there saying, "Oh, ain't no way in the hell me and Seema got worse dressed." But we understand haters. We understand.
I don't know who's hating on you.
Right. I don't understand.
I don't know. All I did was read the names on the list.
Handed you.
Yeah. I didn't vote.
Right.
I don't know who voted.
You know who voted?
I don't know who
First
voted.
Of all,
like in the last
we don't even know if anyone actually voted.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I'm gonna contest this election like Trump.
You should, but you won.
Huh?
You won.
Well,
you can contest the results.
Right.
But you won.
Well, actually, I didn't win. It was just granted.
Okay, according to the people.
Right, but you don't know if there was actually people who voted.
I understand. Could have been bots. It could have just been like, what?
Or just could have been Bill.
Yeah, could have been Bill.
Right, could have been somebody on the staff.
Yeah, could have been.
That's all it is.
Could have been.
All right, so this is the fourth year. So who does this actually benefit?
Several organizations, man. I grew up in Compton, California, so we have the Compton Equestrian Center. There's also an aviation school in Compton. Also little grassroots organizations where $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 means the world to them. So these little grassroots organizations in the community in which I come from, and then bigger places like the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, the LA Mission, the Boys and Girls Club of America. So that's who this foundation, or that's who benefits from my foundation.
Gotcha. And of course, you have the Anthony Anderson Family Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So what does the family do?
What does my family do?
Yeah, you put them to work. You make them. You know.
My family. I really don't know what they do. It's a collective thing, man. It's a collective thing. We raised our children to help. And that's what they do. That's what they grew up doing. So that's my family's contribution to what we do. And in particular, we would go to armories and pack boxes for the soldiers overseas in Afghanistan and whatnot. Send gift packages to them. And things like that. And so that's what my children grew up doing. So that's their contribution.
Gotcha. Always great to see a lot of familiar faces here. A lot of the brothers and sisters who fly into this event. You have it sort of all over. You've had that Bighorn before, and then decided to have it here. And so talk about that. Bring a little flavor, a little color, a little soul.
Let them know we're here.
Yeah.
Let them know we inside and outside. Wait, you tell me this. You've played both places now. Not that there's a competition or whatnot. How did you enjoy playing here at the Bridges this year?
I think this is a more difficult course. A lot more undulation.
Yeah, definitely.
And you got to place your ball. And also it was a bit warmer. Because, see, last time we played, Henry, who works with me, damn near fell the hell out because of the heat. And then again, it was in May. It was in May.
Yeah, we have it in May. Hot time to have it in
But it didn't bother. Look, I'm from Houston, so I was like, it was close to like 105, and I was like, what 105?
Right.
It wasn't no big deal to me.
Right.
That's how I can handle the heat.
No, I'd like to tip my hat to the staff here at the Bridges for, taking care of us. It was A1 across the board. I enjoyed it. Great course. This is my first time playing the course here.
Oh, really?
So every shot was a blind shot for me. But I love the course here. Phil Mickelson, who I've become friendly with over the years, is a member here and lives in the community, told me that I was going to love the course, and I did. And I did. So I'm looking forward to coming back here if they have us. Hopefully, you didn't mess it up with your worst dressed outfit.
Don't be at the hope, but you didn't mess it up with your loud music, with your 4 speakers on your golf cart.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Why do you look like a caddy from the Masters?
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I just show. First of all, the show colors are my high school colors.
Okay.
My Magna School of Communications.
Okay.
And we have our shirts in red, gold, black, and white. And so I chose to come out here looking clean. You know, everybody
Why
not
you
there.
shimmy in your shoulders while you talk to me?
Because that's how you do it. See, when you got swagger, that's how you do it. When you got swagger, that's how you do it. Plus, you got to have the pants that pop.
Okay, pants that pop.
Right. See, look, the cuff has to hit the door frame before you do.
Really?
It's swagger.
Okay.
It's swagger. Everybody ain't got it.
No. I kick down doors, so my cuff still hits it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In them shoes?
Well, these are. Let's stay with the people, man. Let's stay on top.
No, speaking of that, I'm paying him. Zoom in on them shoes.
No, because my toes.
I
can't show my toes.
Hey,
man. I got a fungus on my toes.
Damn, hold up. I need to put a mask on?
No.
This is like COVID? I need to put. What? Damn, did you
don't
see
show that big toe. Don't you show that big toe. Don't you show that big toe, sucker. Don't you show that big toe.
Hit him from that angle.
You can hit me with that angle.
He can't have all the angles.
Don't show the
Damn. I did also bring some lotion out for Anthony because he was ashy when he came out. This is last year Blackish.
Yes, it is.
It's been a hell of a run.
A nice 8-year run, man.
And look, people need to understand that's rare. It's not. Look, a lot of shows don't even go a whole year.
Yeah, it's rare, especially in the time in which we're living with all of the streaming platforms, all of the outlets that people can go to get entertainment, and to have a show resonate with an audience the way that we have for the last 8 years on broadcast television. Yeah, it's a big feather in our cap to do so.
Absolutely.
8 years, 8 seasons, 24 episodes a season.
And y'all had about 18 spinoff shows. You were on Law and Order, so that you say, well, look, he's still doing shows. So because y'all had grownish, mixedish, whitish,
blackish,
soulfulish.
So,
I mean, there's been a lot of issues.
Maybe Spanish, maybe Jewish.
Hey,
there's a few out there that we haven't tapped into yet.
Right, and you don't mind extra checks.
Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all. But. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the future holds.
I think my panelists have questions for you. Julian Malvo, you have a question for Anthony Anderson? I'm going to give him this.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give him this.
Well,
you can just hear your
love
question.
Hold
Yeah, just watching them damn fungus feet. Them fungus feet.
I can hear you now. What's the question?
The question is...
Hello?
Hi. The question is, in the charities...
Hi, I can hear you. Yes.
In the charities that you're giving money to, which of them focus on education? And as I was saying, if you didn't hear, I love those turquoise shorts.
Thank you very much. Which of these charities? The question was which of these charities that I give to focuses on education. The ones that I mentioned, they don't. Other than the education of self and the education of what you can do in their community, but there are other organizations that my foundation writes checks to that do focus on education. What those are, I can't tell you right now, but that's what we do because education is key, and that's what we do. I still do a lot of work in the schools that I grew up going to in Compton, Roosevelt Elementary, Whaley Junior High School, and so on and so forth. And I go across the country speaking to children, speaking at schools, and making donations to these various schools and programs. So if they're not a part of the organizations that my foundation is donating to, that we raise money for today, I personally invest in the community and in the education of young black and brown minds.
Anthony, I am
Congo.
Studies at Cal State, LA.
Oh, Julian, you get one question, Julian. You're being greedy. Julian, you're being greedy.
Okay.
Julia, I ain't got two earpieces. You're being greedy. On Congo, it's one question each. On Congo, go.
Thank you very much.
I didn't know the people were on the screen. I would have looked at the screen. Okay.
No. You look
okay, I'm a Congo.
No, that's the playback. Look at the camera.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, thank you for everything that you've done in terms of the great role model that you've been for myself, my family. We enjoy everything that you all have produced with Blackish and all of the spinoffs. One of the questions that I would have is, you all seem that you are just in this other world, just of brotherhood and sisterhood when you're at these golf tournaments. What do you think it'll take to get more young kids from our communities interested in golf at earlier ages? You know, so many are caught up in, football, basketball, baseball, and so forth. But it seems like there's something that can be there for young folks if we could just turn them on to it.
Well, first off, young black and brown kids aren't afforded the opportunity to play this sport because we don't have golf courses in the neighborhoods in which we come from. We don't have the exposure to that. Once we are exposed to that, or it can provide that the opportunity to these children, then I think things will change. But, I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from in Compton, there wasn't a golf course that I could go to. There wasn't a golf course that me and my friends could go to. As a matter of fact, if we saw somebody walking down the street with a golf club in our hood, we went the other way. So I don't know what it is that we can do other than have opportunities like I'm having here right now with my foundation and my golf tournament. The same thing that George Lopez and Cedric the Entertainer are doing with their golf tournaments. The same thing with OTGC, my golf club in New York, Original T Golf Club, where we invite young black and brown children out to our golf tournaments to play and become a part of it and mentor them. So it's up to us to give them these opportunities and to show them a different way of life and a different sport outside of football and basketball and baseball, because what a lot of people in our community don't understand are how many golf scholarships go unused for young black and brown children that can provide a free education for them. So it's up to us to open the doors to that and show them this, so they can see that if they want to be an athlete, there's more to it than football, basketball, and baseball. There are other sports out there that we can be a part of. And, golf is an expensive sport. It has to be underwritten by somebody, a company or someone like me. And so that's what we do. That's what the First Tee program was all about. And that's, why events like this are important for the community.
Lee.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So look, man, I appreciate your career. And I just got a quick question. Where's my invite, brother? I want to golf. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Real quick, a lot of times we look at celebrities, people who are in the media, people with a lot of money, and we just look at them and think that they can do it all, right? Is there anything that, like I'm a pastor now. I used to be in politics. I'm a pastor. And we just have a ton of churches that are always looking to partner with people doing good things. Is there something that you would love to really lean into, some kind of community outreach, some kind of foundational kind of thing that you want to do that you need partnership with, man? We would love to come alongside and help you in any way that we can, bro.
Oh, well, we all need partners. In what capacity? I don't know. I may be a better asset to you than you are to me, coming in to see what you need help with and how I can amplify what you're doing on a national scale, given the platform that I may have that could be different from you and yours. So we can brainstorm and figure out how it is that we can help each other. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I would have to say to that. But I lean into everything that is I lean into everything that is going to help us and our community. From an economic base, because the revolution needs to be financed. And we all need to operate from an economic base, because that is where the real power lies, and the decisions are being made. So that's what I'm leaning into now, talking about financial literacy within our community. So help me with that. Help me teach our young children about investment, you know, and things like that. So they understand that $200 that they're spending on a pair of shoes, or the $500 that they're spending on a game console, why not buy $200 worth of stock in that company? Why not buy $500 worth of stock in that company? You know, something that's going to appreciate. And then, you know, talk to them about ownership. That's what it's about for me.
That's good. That's good.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother.
Well, man, it's always good to see you. Again, show finale, wrapping up soon. But I'm sure you got some other stuff planned, stuff in the hopper. You want to stay in TV, or do you want to, big screen? See, when you used to be big,
I needed to be on the big screen.
You were on the big screen.
Well, you know,
what was that kangaroo movie?
It's called Kangaroo Jack.
The Kangaroo
Don't
Jack.
act like you didn't see it.
No, man, I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, you know, I love to do it all. So we'll see what the future holds. Right now, I'm in the medium of television. There are a few opportunities there that I'm seriously considering, and we'll see what films are out there for me to do when I have the opportunity to do it. But right now, just leaning more into television. May flip it to the dramatic side after, you know, having a successful run on a sitcom for the last 8 years. Might just flip it back and go back to what I was doing on The Shield, on Law and Order, and things like that. So we'll see. Maybe a little dark comedy.
Right, and I see that the beard has returned to dark after COVID. COVID exposed a whole lot of folks.
Well, it didn't expose me at all. I just let the world see how it grows.
No, but not just you. I'm saying, but you know, like Eddie Levert, like he can't go back. Because he's Santa Claus now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It can't go back.
No, he can't. Some of them can't.
He truly the silver fox now.
Yeah, he's the silver fox. You know, I just got to touch. I got touch-ups around the corners here.
Around the corners.
That's all it is.
Right.
That's all it is.
Because you know the whole Zaddy thing is now in since you know Ron Isley and the Versus.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because even Chris Spencer trying to actually, I don't know why.
You too.
Well, actually, mine is legit. Chris, I don't.
Yeah, well.
I mean, that's not even a real ass beard he got.
Well, yeah, it has to connect to be a beard.
Can't be like spots.
No, it can't be patches.
Yeah, can't be.
Your nickname can't be patches.
Yeah.
If you're trying to, no, it has to connect and grow full.
Right. That's like the James Harden almost.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and it's a little tame today. It's trimmed down, but we'll see. You know, I don't know how James Harden eat, man. Without, I don't know, because you know, every time I have a meal, they're like, ham and sex,
stuff all up in.
Yeah.
See, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't let it grow out. I can't.
Okay.
I literally have to trim it.
Yeah. No.
My dad's like, son, let it grow. I'm like, no.
Right.
After one day, I let it every 2 days. I can't.
I feel you. That's how it was. But
yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna let it grow, and I dig the growth. So we'll see.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Baby, always good to see you. Always. We had to bring the show here, and do a little something, and that's what we do. So.
How long does it take you to get on a plane with all this?
What? I mean, look.
You got 2 carloads.
That's half a carload.
You got monitors.
It's 2 lights.
You got monitors. You got tripods. You got
tripods.
Cables.
Really? Yeah.
You got cables.
Right. Well, that's like it's a show.
Okay, I see. It's a mobile show. I get it.
You damn Skippy.
I get it. Okay.
That's right. That's how we do it.
Okay, you got to hope. Yeah.
No, because some of the other black shows you see, they just do the show by iPhone.
No. Might want to do that.
No, we can't do that.
This ain't TV One.
Okay, see, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I love TV One.
I ain't say that.
Somebody yell cut.
Oh, I thought you were continuing.
I'm done. I said I love TV One.
Okay. But you really love Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network.
That's where we are? Black Star Network?
Yeah, I launched that September 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do really love Roland Martin Unfiltered on Black Star Network. This your own network?
Yes.
All right.
That's
Chubby Bob Johnson.
You ain't right.
That's outside.
Look. Hey, if you're going to do it, do it.
That's how I saw it, baby. I ain't mad at
If you're going to do it, do it.
Do it, baby. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
That's it. All right, y'all. We going to a break. We come back. More from the Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic 4th Annual. We got some other video. Wait till we show y'all the video of Dr. J. We come back. We'll talk to Rob Patillo as well. We'll talk about the Ahmaud Arbery case. All of that next. Roland Martin Unfiltered on Black Star Network. Back in a moment.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
I only have eyes
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you. All of you.
Once upon a time, there lived a princess with really long hair who was waiting for a prince to come save her. But really, who has time for that?
Let's go. Feeling myself. I'm feeling
She ordered herself a ladder with Prime one-day delivery, and she was out of there.
I want some hood girls looking back at it and a good girl in my tax bracket.
Now, her hairdressing empire is killing it. And the prince, well, who cares? Prime changed everything.
Hey, I'm Donnie Simpson.
What's up? I'm Lance Gross, and you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Hey, folks, Roland Martin here. Welcome back. Roland Martin Unfiltered, Black Star Network. We're here near San Diego for the 4th Annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. This is the, man, we've spent a lot of time out in Southern California. I told you I was like a tour. We had a Cynthia Entertainer was first. George Lopez was second. Eric Dickerson was last week. Anthony Anderson is this week. This is actually don't keep this shot, y'all. This is the drone shot going down the 18th hole. Again, this is a fabulous course. We had a great time playing this course. I have no idea what our team shot. But we don't really care about those scores. An absolutely gorgeous also clubhouse here. And so they were phenomenal hosts. The brother, first of all, let me thank, here, what was that brother's name? Was it Daryl? Let me thank Daryl. Daryl hooked us up, made sure we had power, and so some of the other folks here. And so we always got to give a shout out to the folks who do us right. They actually made sure we actually, again, were able to hook up, give our lights, cameras, everything like that. For the show. All right, folks. Let's talk about the news in Georgia. Day 2 of the trial of the 3 white men who killed Ahmaud Arbery. The continuation of this trial. Robert Patillo joins us right now, of course, with the Rainbow Push Coalition, Peach Street Project, also the attorney there as well. Robert, this is the thing here. The attorneys for these 3 white men, they know what the hell happened. They know they chased his brother down. They want to demean his character. They want to tear him apart left and right. We know that's exactly what they want to do. So what happened today in the courtroom?
What we saw today, and thanks so much for having me on, Roland. Barbara Arnwine from the Transformative Justice Coalition has been providing for outstanding leadership for the social justice community down here in Glenn County, Georgia. What we saw today was the beginning of the prosecution's case in chief, where they presented evidence and testimony from the first officers who responded to the scene of the shooting. They had one of the officers recount what he recorded on his body cam, as opposed to simply showing the body cam footage to the jury. They also presented the murder weapon to the jury and explained that the shotgun was covered in Ahmaud Arbery's blood even until this day, because that evidence has been stored since the time of that shooting. Additionally, they interviewed the other first responders who did respond, including very graphic photographic evidence which was presented to the jury in order to establish their case in chief that this was indeed an intentional killing by the McMichaels and also their accomplice was Mr. Bryant. So what we're going to see is probably the prosecution wrap up their case in chief tomorrow because they have a very simple and direct case. They're going to be relying primarily on the video evidence and the statements by officers, and then turn it over to the defense for their case in chief thereafter. And I think the judge has articulated they do plan on having this wrapped up by Thanksgiving. So we may indeed have the secession of the defense case by the beginning of next week and then into deliberations.
Do you believe that the prosecution is going to be as methodical in this case as we saw in the trial of Derek Chauvin, who killed George Floyd?
Not at all, and I think that's one of the concerns that many of us have who are down here in Glenn County, Georgia, addressing this case. Going back to even the jury selection in this matter, we ended up with a jury that had people are fixated on the 11 white women and one African American being on the jury panel. But the bigger issue to me, having tried cases, is the fact that one of the McMichaels is a retired law enforcement officer, and two of the people on the jury are retired law enforcement officers. You also have a retired military officer on that jury. You have a 911 operator who's on that jury. So you have people who have direct conflicts with rendering a fair judgment and fair verdict in the case. Often cases are won and lost in the jury selection phase. So I think that's would be very concerning to people. Even the judge in the case during jury selection articulated that he believed that there was a racial issue with regards to these impaneling of this jury. However, because the state did not file what's called a McCullough motion, which would challenge the peremptory strikes issued by the defense, there's nothing the judge could really do to re-impanel a jury. Additionally, during the voir dire process, we did see very racially inflammatory questioning by the defense counsel that was never objected to by the prosecution, that was not brought up in a motion that could have removed some of these people from the jury. Questions such as, are you familiar with Black Lives Matter? Have you seen the Ahmaud Arbery mural in Glenn County? Have you participated in any of the Black Lives Matter marches of social justice? Those sorts of things. Things that are very clearly meant to weed out many of the African Americans who were attempted to be on the jury and that were not objected to by the prosecution. At the end of the day, this prosecutor, Lisa, I think, Dunawinski, something along those lines, she was appointed by Chris Carr, the Republican Attorney General for Georgia. Initially, he appointed Johnette Holmes, the African-American district attorney from Cobb County. Once she did not win re-election, it was turned over to the rest of the prosecution team. So you no longer have kind of that safeguard of having an African-American prosecutor working on the case. And I do think there are going to be serious questions as to the zealous nature of the prosecution as opposed to what we've seen in other cases around the country.
All right, Rob Patillo, we certainly appreciate it. Thanks for bringing us up to date on the trial there in Georgia. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, folks, got to go to a break. We come back, our Black and Missing update. In addition, we'll also share more from here from the Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic, the 4th annual here in San Diego. We'll be back in a moment.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
I only have eyes for you.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language. And she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Hi, I'm Vivian Green.
Hey everybody, this is your man Fred Hammond, and you're watching Roland Martin, my man, Unfiltered.
Since July 5th, 2021, 32-year-old Lopez Richardson has been missing from Rosenberg, Texas. Lopez is 6'2" tall, 210 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a solid black T-shirt and brown cargo-type camouflage pants. Lopez has medium-length dreadlocks, a mustache, and a full beard. He has an Emmett Till tattoo on his right hand, a flame tattoo on his right leg, and the words "Dear Life" tattooed on his eyelids. Lopez's white 2014 Dodge Ram pickup truck was found abandoned near the Oklahoma-Texas border in late July. If you have seen Lopez Richardson since his disappearance, know of his current whereabouts, or have any information whatsoever concerning his disappearance, please call the Rosenberg Police Department at 832-595-3700, 832-595-3700. Folks, let's not go to Missouri, where Kevin Strickland took the stand today, testified that he had no part in the 1978 murder. Now, he has been in jail for 43 years. And what's interesting about this is that the investigation by the office of the prosecutor, Jackson County Prosecutor Gene Peters Baker, Gene has said that Kevin Strickland should be freed from prison. Two other men admitted to the killings and said Strickland was not there at the time. There's also a key eyewitness who recanted her original test statement and said Strickland was not the shooter. Now, no word on whether when the judge is going to make the decision. Here's what is interesting here, Lee, and that is the Missouri Attorney General, Eric Schmidt, his office keeps arguing that Strickland's conviction should be upheld. And there was a new law that was passed in Missouri that allowed for prosecutors to make direct appeals for people who have been wrongfully convicted. And this is one of the things that is so troubling. Here you have the prosecutor's office, the one that was responsible for the prosecution, saying the man should be free from prison, but you got the Republican Attorney General who is saying, nope, upheld, upheld. I mean, this is the sort of nonsense that we're seeing, and this brother has been in prison for 43 years.
Man, you know, this is a situation, as it seems like it just happens so too frequently, where, man, just err on the side of, caution, man. Just, if you have all of these things that are stacked up that it appears to be that this gentleman is innocent, let the man go. I mean, just it's time. Let him live out the remainder of his life. When you have including the last witness who was alive, let the man go. And again, I hate to make this a racial thing, but come on, man. We see this too often with brown and black people of color who have been incarcerated and without just due. And we find after 30, 40, 50 years that they're innocent. Man, it's just time to let this brother go.
This is what's so crazy here on Congo. You have these Republicans who talk about being pro-life, and all they care about are keeping people locked up, and it's shameful. Here you have the prosecutor, where they've gone through a full investigation saying, free this man, yet the state attorney general is fighting it, saying, no, keep him in prison, keep him in prison. Even with all of these recanting and all the testimony, they still say no, keep him locked up. 43 years.
This is just, it's inhumane, man. I want to say it was ridiculous, but it's inhumane. I'm thinking about, before Trump became president, I started to actually see some Republicans who are actually starting to change their stance as it relates to prison reform. They were reading books like The New Jim Crow, Michelle Alexander, and they were kind of focusing on the economic side of things in terms of why we needed it. But there were some changes that started to come. Under Trumpism now, it's back to where we were during the crack epidemic, man. Lock them up, throw away the key, doesn't really matter. I'm thinking of all the things that I accomplished in the 43 years of my life that this man did not have an opportunity to do. And we need to have people call for compassion. We talked about this with Julius Jones as well, man. And so really at the end of the day, the prosecutor's there as well. We need to put this pressure on, man, because they are going to keep doing that. They're going to keep locking us up, and for crimes that we did commit, for crimes that we didn't commit, for crimes that we may have committed, they are going to do anything to keep a black face as the face of incarceration. And it really has to stop. And it's only going to stop with continued pressure from us. And so I'm really glad that you're bringing up this story, because you're not going to hear this anywhere else but Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Julian.
My heart breaks when I see the brother in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair. He's incapable of doing anything. He's been incarcerated for 43 years for something he did not do. But this is the pattern of what has happened to Black people in this country, is that witnesses are coerced, the prosecutors are desperate for a conviction, they will lock anybody up for as long as they can, and the basic, I don't even want to deal with the issue of compassion. It's really an issue of justice. This man not only needs to be released, he needs to be released with a big old paycheck so that he can live the rest of his life in some comfort that he's been denied for the past 43 years. This is repugnant, it is ridiculous, but it is really so-called justice, which is just us in white America. And we'd have to, Obakongo is right at a level, we have to go back and look at the ways that we have been criminalized. So you see a Black man, he's a criminal immediately, can be locked up immediately. You've got the recanting, you've got all of this, but you've got a greedy prosecutor who really believes that this man should not have justice. It's wrong. Roland, thank you for lifting it up. But let's just say, just like we lift this one up, Kevin Strickland is one of thousands of Black men and women who have been unjustly incarcerated.
All right, folks, got to go to a break. First of all, let me just do this here. I'm going to thank the panel, Lee, Omakongo, and Julian. Thank you for joining me. We're a little bit later today. We're on the West Coast. Normally we're 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern, but 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 because we're out here on the West Coast. And so we surely thank you, three of you, for joining us on the panel today. When we come back, Ken Griffey Jr., Sterling Sharp. You know, we always ribbing each other. We'll show you some of the stuff that we took place a little bit earlier today at the 4th Annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. Back on Roland Martin Unfiltered on the Black Star Network in a moment.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
Betty is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now, she's free to become Bear Hug Betty. Settle in, kids. You'll be there a while. Ooh, where you going?
Hi, I'm El DeBarge.
Hey, yo, Peace World. What's going on? It's the Love King of R&B, Raheem Devon, and you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
All right, folks, welcome back to Roland Martin Unfiltered. There's always a lot of trash talk when we're at these golf tournaments, and two of the biggest trash talkers, other than me, Ken Griffey Jr., Hall of Famer, as well as Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer, University of South Carolina Hall of Famer, Sterling Sharp. Here's us having a little fun before we teed off today at the tournament.
Understand?
Hold on, let me see that.
Hold on, that don't mean nothing. Hold on, everybody know I'm the coolest damn tech geek you ever seen. Multiple drones, I can do it all.
Right.
That little cute camera you taking photos with your son, that ain't nothing.
What cute?
Hey, what's... I remember when you were on ESPN, your son was playing football, they had you in the end zone taking photos. See, I remember everything. That was cute.
No, that wasn't.
That was cute.
Look.
See, he don't know. He don't know.
See, just because you got a drone, I got a
No,
drone.
no. I don't have just a drone.
No, I got the drone.
No, I have multiple drones.
No, see, I don't want to.
We got multiple gear. No, because see, here's the deal. They gonna be shooting with a drone. I got the men with me, plus all the other tech.
Hey, we need a
Come
versus
on
the drone. We need a versus.
No. I'm telling you, I'm the coolest tech guy. That's right. If they say cool tech guy, it's me.
I didn't see that when I looked in the dictionary and the cool tech.
Oh, I guarantee you, it's like Roland. Ain't nobody else.
No, I didn't see that.
See that? See? He's a Hall of Famer in baseball. I'm a Hall of Famer in media.
Oh, bro.
No, actually, I am.
In tech.
Actually, I get sworn in December. I get inducted in December.
Hold on. Well, congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Now, I don't want to see the Michael Jackson speech.
Oh, no. Because, see, first of all, they only limit us to 2 minutes. It's okay. I'm going to throw my own Hall of Fame party.
Okay, T.O.
I'm going to throw my own Hall of Fame party. You know, they were like, oh, well, you know, it's going to be virtual. So you got 2 minutes. I was like,
you 2 minutes? Yeah.
Okay, I said, no, for everybody. Look, the mayor of Houston already said we're going to do a city celebration for you. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, man, this ass kicking chickens
come another Hall of
somebody
Famer
out.
It just shows you how bad Florida really is.
Another Hall of Famer.
Hey, man, yeah, good, yeah. Just shows you how bad they are.
Another Hall of Famer.
We leaped on.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't see that coming.
I did.
Yeah, I ain't see that coming.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see Florida being that bad.
Because all I know is they ain't beat Texas A&M since we got to the SEC. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
See, all right. So you about to rub a friendship wrong.
No, I was like, you know, people like Joe Tacon, Bakari,
he might have
Anton.
a flashback.
Yeah, you
no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I know some people in South Carolina.
Hey, yeah, so you about to rub a friendship.
What? No, I'm just saying. Since we've been there, y'all ain't never beat us. I'm just, you know. I'm just saying. But it's all love. He get all silent.
I'm gonna take over next year.
Oh, you gonna take over next year?
Win one game.
You gonna take over the play call?
One game.
I'm just saying, it's been about 6, 7 straight, I think.
Or 8.
It might be 8. Yeah, it might be 8.
You like rub it in, huh?
Yeah. Or 8.
If they spanked our ass 8 straight years, Shirley be like, y'all ain't won shit. He'd be on my ass.
I would. You're right. I would.
Hold on. Wait a minute. He told me last night what you said to him when he said his daddy couldn't stand you. He was a big-time Cowboy fan.
Mm-hmm.
And you like, yeah, because you know we put it on y'all.
Yeah, I go into
Look,
Dallas.
I missed the show this morning.
I go into Dallas. I be like, probably get 4 today. Score 4 times.
Not 4 receptions.
When it on Thanksgiving, man, I scored 28. They beat it 31-28. Like, man, I should have played defense. D'd up on Michael Irvin. D'd up Michael Irvin.
That's funny.
What you got in there? Oh, hands.
Mizuno irons.
Mizuno irons.
Cleveland wedges.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Whatever works.
Whatever works. We try. We try.
You looking for my bag?
Yeah.
Put that in the car.
Bag is over there. I'll tell you.
Oh, we always have a crazy good time talking a little trash. It's always a pleasure. I got one more to show y'all. Let's pay us a few more bills. We come back, I'll show you one more video from the 4th annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic here at the Bridges near San Diego, California. Back in a moment.
to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
No punching!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared. You dig?
I'm Bishop TDJ.
How y'all doing? It's your favorite funny girl, Amanda Seals.
Hi, I'm Anthony Brown from Anthony Brown and Group Therapy.
What up, Lana Well, and you are watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
All right, folks, certainly glad to have all of you here again joining us. It's been this West Coast swing of ours. Like I say, this is the fourth time we've been here in the last couple of months. Has been absolutely great. As you see with this photo right here, we always take a photo, all different celebrities who were here. Flex Alexander, you see a lot of the greats. Guys, pull the audio up, please. You see Chris Spencer, my goodness, Vince Coleman. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of trash talking when we do this. We do the celebrity photo. Check this out.
Hey, lights. Hey, excuse me. There's a whole bunch of lights. If you really want a good picture, make sure you get there. Yeah, I can't see it. This motherfucker.
See Mike Phillips there, Willie Galt, Dr. J, CC Sabathia. Yeah, just in case y'all see, so Henry zoomed in, you see Sid Entertainer, he had about 5 different colors of lavender on. So he was really, I bet Sid took all the lavender candles that they had on the golf course. They were all out. So it's always cool to see all the peeps. And so we're certainly glad to be here, folks. That is it. We want to thank all of you for watching. This is why we do what we do. First of all, not only, of course, to be on the scene. You know, we had a great time playing golf, but bringing you these stories, bringing you these great faces. That's why we do what we do. Being black-owned, other folks. Look, we're the only black-owned media outlet here, and so Henry's out there shooting. Anton was out there shooting. We're bringing you this sort of stuff. And again, it's always a matter of having a great time here and being able to just give you a slice of what happens with many of these tournaments that you don't necessarily see other places as well. And so we certainly appreciate it. Thank you for the staff back in the office for working late as well. Tomorrow, we'll be broadcasting from Los Angeles. Y'all can go to the drone shot there. We're going to close out with this way. We're going to be in L.A. We're shooting episodes of Roland with Roland, a new show, one-on-one show that I'm going to be having on the Black Star Network. And so looking forward to that. And so we're going to be here in L.A. all week. And so we hope you guys can join us right here in Roland Martin Unfiltered. Don't forget to download the app, Black Star Network app, all various platforms. We appreciate that. Also, Bring the Funk Fan Club, Cash App, $RM Unfiltered, Venmo is y'all. No, stick with the drone, y'all. We good. I can go ahead and just repeat it. Cash App, $RM Unfiltered, PayPal, R Martin Unfiltered, Venmo is RM Unfiltered, Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com. That's it for us, folks. Y'all take care. I will see you tomorrow from Southern California. Holla!